I want to give a little update on the sustainability challenge because I haven't updated in like a week. I'm clearly in bed right now, and it's been such a week of curveballs. I haven't been able to keep up with things as much as I want to, but there have been a lot of things happening outside of my control, which really just goes to show that sustainability is a practice for the privileged. And society is structured in a way that most people who are living and surviving don't have the option to live sustainably. At least not without intense and radical changes to every aspect of your life that in the end turn out to be quite alienating. So here's what's going on. I do have like a lot of videos I've taken over the last week of amazing things that I want to share about. And for the most part, many of my commitments are on track. But I'm having issues with the brakes, the rear brakes on my vehicle, and I just haven't been able to afford to get them repaired. So we have everything set up to get them repaired, like once I get the parts, but that might be a week or so from now. Because I don't have access to my vehicle, I can't make it up to the creek to like wash my clothes and bathe. And we've also been going through a rainy spell here in California. So if you know anything about when it rains by the ocean, you can't swim, or you shouldn't swim or bathe in that water, because all of that rundown, it's coming through the city, all of the, whatever garbage it's running through. There's so much pollution that happens with the rainwater going into the ocean, and it's not safe to swim in, let alone bathe in. And I wouldn't wash my clothes with ocean water anyway. The salts would not be good for it. So I have ended up having to bathe and take a couple of showers at home. And that is a little bit of a bummer to me because I've been really committed to doing this. I've made sure that they're short showers. My laundry is piling up right now. I have very few clean clothing items. So it's interesting. We don't have a washer and dryer in our unit. It's very common in California, especially by the coast, not to have a washer and dryer in unit. And without a vehicle, it's difficult to get to the laundromat too. So my partner and I are kind of sharing one vehicle, and we both work, and it's been complicated. So there's that, like a lot of things that just are not working out the way that I want them to. And then on top of that, I'm in bed right now because I really hurt my back or my kidney or something. There's something going on, and I'm getting in to see my doctor tomorrow. So I've been bedbound and dealing with a lot of pain. Like that's been the last couple of days. So there's just been a lot of little curveballs with the sustainability experiment. I will say with like kitchen and eating, I'm still holding on to my trash. The kitchen has been really difficult to stay on top of everything else. So it's not like pretty at the moment. And that's because I've been committed to this experiment. I've been collecting all of my trash and saving any wrappers that I brought into the house. And I have them like on top of my cabinets. I have to use a little step stool to get to them. And I've been making eco bricks. So I've been stuffing garbage into like bigger plastic containers or cardboard containers that we already have, and just setting aside any kind of plastic that I use. The really cool thing is we're now at like February 17th, and this is day 17. We only just took the trash out 2 days ago. So we only used about a half of capacity of a trash bag, and most of that is my partner's trash and like a couple of paper towels from me. And we just threw it away. So we've only taken the trash out like once for this entire thing, which is kind of crazy, kind of cool. But yeah, that's like a little update of where I'm at. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Yeah, we went to one of the local islands around here. For those of you who don't know where I live in Ventura County, and sorry, it's my arms are tired from holding my phone like this. I live in Ventura County, which is right across from the Channel Islands, and my sister and my partner and I went to Santa Cruz Island, which is called Limu by the Chumash people. And if you don't know who the Chumash people are, they're the indigenous, like local indigenous communities that were here before the Spanish came and colonized this land. And they called the islands Limu before they were run off the island. And Limu means of the sea, or I believe it's like in the sea or of the sea. And I love that. I love that name, Limu. It's just so pretty, and it's way prettier than Santa Cruz Island. But we had the most magical trip, and I swam in the ocean. I took a ton of videos from that, so I might just make a whole dedicated video to our Santa Cruz Island trip. This was my sister's birthday present. We had to take an 1.5-hour boat ride. We saw a whale fully breach, like a Free Willy style, and like slam itself into the ocean. It was really cool. I didn't get a video of that, but I like saw it right in front of me with my own 2 eyes, and that's even better if you ask me. So yeah, we're just pivoting over here. I'm just trying to like get all my ducks in a row right now. Everything's kind of a mess in my kitchen and in my house because I'm in pain and I've been in bed, and my partner works full time, and like he's helping where he can, and we're figuring it out, getting my car situated. Actually, his brothers are going to be helping resolve the brake situation. They're both car guys. So it's just been a lot of curveballs, and that kind of takes some of the magic out of it, but also that's real life, and that's the civilization that we live in. It just is such a bummer to me that like in order to be connected to family and community the way that I want to, I have to be complicit with this this greater system that we're all a part of. And I want to clarify, I don't think it's any of our faults in particular. We were born into this, we inherited this, but we are all part of it, and we are kind of the host and the breeding ground for the systems of destruction and exploitation. And I think that's the hardest part for me, is like we haven't been given the skills or the tools or the resources to really have our own food sovereignty and freedom of movement and freedom to commune with the land. And I know that there's so many different nuanced conversations that can be had within that realm and that subject of like, you know, what would people do with unbridled freedom and connection to the land? And I think if you look at how indigenous cultures existed before global industrialization, you have a pretty good idea of like, you know, it wasn't perfect, but things were mostly peaceful and people were healthy, and they were so much more connected within their communities and their families, and connected to the earth, and eating good, healthy, diverse varieties of food. But, you know, our history teaches us of poverty and scarcity in a way that just isn't really accurate to what indigenous histories teach us. So anyway, I'll leave it there. I'm committed to seeing this through. I just might have to like reimagine and adapt what things look like until I get my car fixed and my back fixed. I may end up like needing to get a big bucket or something just to do laundry here at my house. It's not quite as romantic. I'm still not going to be showering as much as I was, but I'll definitely have to shower now that I don't have access to water to bathe in. So we will see how it goes. I'll keep you guys updated. I have videos coming. I've just been like busy and exhausted, and I haven't had time to edit anything together. So more is coming. I'm really grateful for anyone who's following along on this journey. And yeah, I'll finish it there. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you are enjoying this journey and you want to see more videos like this, I invite you to leave a comment and to like this video and to subscribe to my channel. Alrighty guys, until next time friends, I pray you stay well. Okay, bye.